This podcast was created on Messy. Create your own show today at messy.fm.
And as you can see, the title of my podcast today is Respect Nipsey's Bitch. Now, I don't condone calling women by that B-I-T-C-H, but this is what Tamika Foster, a.k.a. China Hustle, who is actually Nipsey Hussle's Aramis Ashkadam, a.k.a. Nipsey Hussle. She is his oldest child, his daughter's mother. And evidently they were in some sort of relationship some years ago. I think his daughter's like 11 years old. But anyway, Tanisha's been getting some heat online, on YouTube, on the blogs, about her trying to get custody of her daughter. And there's all this discussion, well, did Nipsey actually have physical custody of the daughter? Did they have shared custody? And, that's what the internet does. They're debating whether or not she's fit, because obviously, I don't know, I haven't seen any actual court documents. But word on the blogs is that Samantha, Nipsey's sister, put in her bid to become the legal guardian of Nipsey's daughter, that the mother, Tanisha, was unfit and that the daughter would not be safe in Tanisha's custody. So the debate online and in the blogs is Tanisha a fit mother? Is she on drugs? This, that, and the third. And there is some talk that Tanisha has two older children who are quite a bit older than the daughter that she has by Nipsey, Imani Ashkadam. That's Nipsey Hussle's daughter's name. So Tanisha has two older children, and there's chatter on the blog. And again, I haven't actually seen any type of legal documentation, and I'm not looking for it. I'm just, going off of what's being said in the various blogs and on YouTube and IG, stuff like that, is that at some point, Tanisha lost custody of all of her children. Now, whether or not that's true, I don't know. But just by looking at Nipsey's social media and things that he had, out there, videos and stuff before he passed away, it does appear that the daughter was living with him. Now, if that's by legal order of the court, or is that just some type of agreement that he and Tanisha came to because he was better able to provide for the child and was able to provide her a better life, I don't know. Because there are several posts from Tanisha where she refers to Imani as her bougie child, so that kind of says that Imani was used to the better things in life, which she would obviously get with being with Nipsey. And it seems as Tanisha might still be living in the hood. I'm not too sure about that. But my thing is, Tanisha did an IG live, about a week or so ago, and she actually came across very likable, like a very sweet person. You can look at her physically and look in her eyes and see, she's had some troubles, she's had some issues, whether they be drug issues, mental issues. You can tell that this is a woman who has been through some things and may still be going through some things and may need some help. And it's been said that Nipsey's family has offered to pay for her to go to rehab and stuff like that. So I hope that if that's true, that's a beautiful thing for them to do, and I hope that she takes them up on that. Whether or not she should have full custody of her daughter, that's not for me to say, or even have too much of an opinion about. But the little girl does seem to be very happy. She's with her aunt. Some things that just make me go, it seems as though when Nipsey was here, the mother and daughter had a relationship where they saw each other, maybe not every day, but they were connected on a level that since Nipsey's death, they may not be connected on. And I hope that's not true, and I hope they can work through that. And I think sometime this month or next month, they go back to court to try to make things final, I guess, as to whether or not Samantha, Nipsey's sister, will be keeping custody, retaining custody, or guardianship. I don't know about custody, guardianship, which, if my understanding is correct, legal guardianship and legal custody don't necessarily mean the same thing. So I'm not quite 100% sure on that. I'm not a lawyer. I don't profess to be. But what Samantha, Nipsey's sister, is trying to get is legal guardianship And that has to do with stuff like pertaining to if she's in school, if she wants to get involved in different programs, taking her to the doctor, stuff like that. So I could understand that. The one concern that I have, and it's not even really a concern, it's just a thought, is that Samantha and Lauren London, that was Nipsey's girlfriend before he passed away, seem to be very, very close. Yeah, Samantha, Nipsey's sister, and Lauren London, Nipsey's lady love, seem to be very close. They seem to have a very, very close personal relationship. I would even say almost like sisters. I guess they've known each other like about 5 or 6 years now, as long as Lauren and Nipsey have been together. And Samantha's, quite a bit younger than Nipsey. I think Nipsey was 33, and Samantha, who is his half sister, they have the same mother and different fathers. Then Nipsey's brother Sam Ashkadam and he have the same mother and father. Nipsey's sister Samantha and he and Sam have the same mother, but Samantha has a different father. But she's quite a bit younger. She's like 25. So I guess it was the time when Nipsey and Tanisha were really close. Samantha may have been very, very young and not have, been aware of how close they were, whatever the relationship was when it was a relationship. But in any case, she seems to be highly favorable to Lauren. That's her buddy. They're really, really close. So, if Tanisha was living with Nipsey and Lauren has a son by Lil Wayne, who was also living with them, and then Nipsey and Lauren have a son together, Cross, if I'm not mistaken, Cross Aramis Ashkadam, 2 years old. So they were all living together as a happy big family, and at one point the sister Samantha and her son were also living with them. So maybe with all that's gone on and Lauren may be needing as much support as she can get, it's possible that Samantha and her son are, if not living with, staying very close to Lauren London and her son that she has by Lil Wayne and little Cross Ashkadam, Nipsey's son. So it makes me wonder, how involved is Lauren London in the process of trying to get custody or legal guardianship of Nipsey's daughter? Because as of now, she's still with Samantha. She's been with Samantha since Nipsey's death. So since Samantha and Lauren are so close, I would assume that means that they've pretty much kept the same, situation going on as when Nipsey was alive, that she's with them the majority of the time. But in any case, like I said, it's obvious just by looking and listening to Tanisha speak, and it's obvious this woman is a woman with troubles. And I just would hope that the public would have a great deal of compassion. Whether you think she should, whether your personal opinion is that she should have, full custody of her daughter, or that you don't think she should, she's just doing it for the money. Whatever your opinion is, I think it's vital to have compassion for this woman. Like I said, my personal opinion, it seems that the little girl is very happy where she is. I would think it would be a good thing for her to have as much access to her mother as she and her mother would like, and time and space would allow. But in any case, whatever the situation is, I think that this woman deserves compassion instead of all this judgment that she's getting. It's kind of sad for me to see. Yes, there may be things that people think she's delusional about, but she, infers from time to time that her and Nipsey never stopped seeing each other. They always had a relationship. But what I don't know about all that. I know she did make the statement that they've been in each other's lives. They were in each other's lives for 16 years. That's not necessarily saying they were still seeing each other. That's just saying that they were in each other's lives actively for 16 years. That's possible. In any case, she's hurting too. She lost somebody that, at least at one point, was near and dear to her, and it seems like they didn't have any animosity towards each other. Nipsey has their post where he said, I don't have any bad feelings towards Tanisha. Tanisha, he says Tanisha gave him his greatest prize, which was his daughter. So let us all try to be a little bit more compassionate to Miss Tanisha. And the thing about Nipsey's bitch is not to be derogatory toward Tanisha. She's actually got that tattooed on her breast. You know, one breast says Nipsey's and the other breast says bitch. So that's what she has referred to herself in the past. I mean, she hasn't tried to get the tats covered up or anything. They're still there, you know. So it's not me trying to be derogatory towards her. That's what she put on her own body. But all that being said, I still believe, and I do have a great deal of compassion for her. The lives that I've seen her do, this just seems like a very sweet woman. You know, we've all have had our struggles, whatever they may be, big struggles, small struggles. We have all had our struggles. If we say that we haven't, then we're not being totally honest. But please, you know, have compassion for this lady. That, you know, if you don't think that she should have full custody of her child, you're entitled to your opinion. It doesn't really matter in the scope of things. But you can still have compassion for her. Nipsey didn't obviously think that she should have full custody of his daughter, you know, but he still had compassion for her. He still treated her, you know, like a human being. He still, you know, treated her with respect. So I don't see why it would be so difficult for everyone else to do. And I think maybe it would be, you know, this will be settled through the court, but I think on an interpersonal, interfamily level, it might be a better idea to let Black Sam, Nipsey's brother, and his dad and his mother interact with Tanisha rather than Samantha, because I think those two female hood egos may clash a little bit. And I think that, you know, Tanisha may resent the fact that Samantha is so close to Lauren London. You know, not that she necessarily has any personal issues with Lauren, but, you know, it just might be a little bit of resentment or, you know, feeling a little bit disrespected by the way Samantha chose to try to handle things. But let's just show love and compassion, and if not love, at least compassion for every human being and for everybody struggling with issues, whatever those issues may be. I'm sure she will never hear this because I don't even really have an audience yet, but I just want to wish Tanisha the best of everything in life. I just want to send her some positive prayers, some positive thoughts, and you continue to live your life, baby girl, and you continue to be as strong as you can be, and God bless you and keep you, and I hope everything works out well for you and your baby girl. And that's it. That's all I want to say. Till we meet again. See you all later. Bye-bye.